Morning everyone. Happy New Year. A little bit later, but nevertheless, Happy New Year everyone. A couple of things. I know that we've gone into lockdown again, and a lot of people are feeling quite down about that. Tony and I try to have the opposite to negativity about it and try and focus on the positives of this period of time and what does it allow us to do that we wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. We're in it regardless, so let's take positives out of it. Let's look back on this, hopefully from the summer back, that actually we took the opportunity that we had with both hands and we achieved something that we wouldn't normally have achieved. Tony and I are just focusing on, I'm writing a new training program, again an online one, writing the scripts at the moment, and I'll be doing the recordings, and we're doing a few of those, and building the new websites and working on the content for the new association, etc. So I'm looking at it on the positive, that it's giving me the time to be able to do that I wouldn't have been able to do before. So for you guys that are feeling a bit low and a bit down, I know that a lot of you, everybody's situation is different, everybody's troubles are different, and I do get that. But I've always found that if you sit down and you have a look at the positives that you can take of where you are and what you can use this time for that you wouldn't normally have done, whether that's educating yourself a little bit and reading, or just taking some time out for yourself and giving yourself a break. Or, you know, we can only walk once a day at the moment, but doing exercise from home. I've got some aerobics DVDs that I've got, and I've started doing some aerobics from home just to try to do that sort of thing. So we're all in this together. We're all in lockdown now. It's not just the northwest versus the south or anywhere else. We're all in this. Have a look and see what it is that you could do that you wouldn't normally have done during this period of time, that this gives you the time to be able to do. And focus on that. Focus on what you can control. Don't focus on what you have no control over at all. You'll just go bananas. Mind you, living with Tony can do that to you as well, I have to say. And he's grinning at me now at the moment. So that was one thing that I wanted to mention to you this morning. The other thing is, as you can see from the title, I'm going to start a new series about documents. And I don't think we've ever talked in depth, to be honest, about documents. And this morning, Tony and I were chatting about how long we've been doing these. And I did my very first live in September 2017. So I've been doing lives now for about 3.5 years, maybe a bit longer. Compliance Over Coffee, I'm not sure, but certainly probably at least 2.5 years, something like that, I would think, maybe 3 years. But I don't think we've ever talked in depth about documents. And I'm talking about the stuff that Tony and I use in our sourcing company now. We're going to break it down, as you can see from the title, of must have, should have, could have. And I'm going to start doing and talking about those from Thursday going forward. And I'll cover all of the documents that we use in our sourcing business. Stuff that you don't have to have straight away, but that we've created over time because we find it saves time or it makes our lives easier. And we'll look at one document at a time, and I'll talk you in depth through how we use it, why we use it, and some of the bits and pieces that are in it, that how it gathers the data and why we use it, etc, etc. So I thought that could be quite useful for you going forward, because lots of you don't have any idea as to what documents, forms, contracts, that kind of thing you need. And we can also chat about how you can get hold of them. You know, some of them you can just create yourself. You don't need solicitors to create some of them. You just have to sit down and get your thinking cap on just for a little while, and we can help you do that by giving you some ideas as to how we've created them and how we sat down and thought about what needed to be in it. So that's going to be the new series. I'm not sure exactly how long it will run because I haven't counted up how many documents we actually use. We use quite a few different ones in our business. So it will probably keep us going for several weeks at least. So over the next few weeks, that's what we will be talking about. That's Compliance Over Coffee this morning. Easy, simple, straightforward for the first one. I've had, I think it's 2 weeks off. And I thought, woohoo, 2 weeks off, a break from doing lives and everything. But whoa, has that 2 weeks gone really, really quickly. But I'm back with you guys now, and it feels like we're a big family anyway in our group. We've been going now for such a long time. Thank you again for sticking with us in 2021 now that we're in, and fingers crossed you'll all find the Compliance Over Coffees this year just as interesting, informing and educational as you did last year. One more thing that I want to mention to you, if any of you are thinking about doing some training on compliance, our next workshop starts on the 18th of January, which I think is a week on Monday. And that might well be the last one of that format at all ever, because it's that course that I'm shifting to online instead of doing it 7 days live. So if you want to do live training with me this year, then January, this one on the 18th, might well be your last opportunity, unless we can start going and doing live face-to-face events again towards the end of the year, which of course none of us are really sure about yet as to what's going to happen. So that's the one thing that I wanted to remind you of, and I'll put a link in the comments underneath this to the course so that you can go and have a look and see what it's about and see if it's of interest to you. The cost is £127 for the training. It's live training for 5 days, 2 hours a day for 5 days. It's all recorded, so if you can't make the live training, you can actually play catch up, hence why it's over 7 days in a private forum. It takes you through the 12 steps to compliance, and during the course you get the opportunity to be able to buy document packs at a very, very great price. So that's it for this morning. Thanks for being with me again for Compliance Over Coffee, and I look forward to being with you guys for the rest of 2021. Take care. Bye for now.